an order in their new world. It's not a new order of this world. It's an order of theirs in a new world. Right in front of you, the doublespeak hits. They tell you it's a new world and it's an order of a new world. Did you catch the emphasis? It's their new world, not yours, not mine. And their order is being established. It is to take over the land of the free and oftentimes called the home of the brave. You know, we established laws of the land for a reason. Because from this land or this planet came principles that guided people's hearts. Our system was based on being good neighbors. However, through corruption of these principles by them, they seek to usurp our principles. They seek to annihilate those who seek to live by organic principles, because in their order of their new planet, they and their children will furnish us with all the leaders. And they are going to do it without encountering opposition, because they have infiltrated and destroyed any possibility of excluding them genetically. So now the nations which were once built and based on nationalities, which is from the root word nation, nationalities means race, which at one point in time was important. They are now no longer protected by the genetic pool of their race. And now all these world republics will fall without difficulty into their hands. Now it's possible for these rulers of a new world in the universe to abolish even private property and to make everyone from planet Earth their private property and a resource of the order of this new world. Thus, when all is ready, then their daddies, plural, will return to consume all that they have made ready. I'm not wanting you to believe this, but I want you to think about it. So I don't want you to be tricked. The monarchical systems of the government were meant to be our friend. The worst we could have was some jerk. Why in the world do you seem to have an affinity and some kind of spiritual connection to something called King Arthur and Avalon and Camelot? Why do you look at that or wonder about it, just wishing that we had a Camelot and an Avalon? It is only since you've been taught the better way from people that do not want you to believe in extraterrestrial life, where they want you to think otherwise, that you have lost the knowledge of who they are. At one time, monarchies could bestow the privilege that they have upon anybody. And because of the good deeds of another person, they then could themselves become a monarch, thus granting them monarchical control over their private land. And it is them that do not want you to become a king of your own castle. It is them that does not want you to obtain land ownership, because they cannot control what you rule over. So don't be so quick to judge or to say that the right to vote was given only to landowners early in the history of this country was wrong, because that was a system that made every man a king over his own castle. And it's not a plot of the bourgeoisie. And the proletariat were peasants. A good king is a good government. So now what do we have? What do you have now? What are you ruling with now? What kind of things do you think are occurring in this country now? I'm not going to go for a break until we get a lot of this done today. So, guys, what kind of country do we live in? I can't speak for every country, but I can speak for the one that I seem to be organically connected to. If you will notice, that is why we have organic law as opposed to admiralty law, where people that sail in take over. Isn't it interesting that you don't sail in just from the sea, but you can sail in from space too? I've got to tell you, I'm going to cover a couple things here more. And let me bring it up here. In the meantime, I do want Hans to bring up some music. And guess we will take a break as I pull this up. I'm going to get me some water. So Hans, if you tell me what we're going to be looking at, it'd be great. Looks like we're going to be talking or listening. We're going to be listening to River by Alexandra Blue. Be right back.